If you've ever watched my channel, you know that I have an affection for questionable watercraft, like this 1989 party barge, for example, or really any vintage, moderately running vehicle or vessel. Well, and this week is really no different. We're going to take a look at this 1995 Bass Tracker Pro 18 that I bought sight unseen. That's right, you want to make sure you buy these things and ask questions later. You know, we'll get it all figured out. It's no big deal. We're also going to thumb through the pages of this 1995 Bass Pro catalog to see what this came with brand new. So, but before we get there, let's see the journey of how we got here. All right, folks, so here we have it, a 1995 Tracker Tournament Pro 18. It's actually the first time I'm seeing this in person. Bought this sight unseen, so let's go ahead and drink this in. As you can tell right off the bat, tires appear to be in great shape. No problem there. Carpet and wood. Well, I don't see a problem with that. Looks fine. It's got a nice little Mercury Tracker 60 on there. They put a lot of work into the motor. That's primarily why I bought this, because that should be running tip-top, I hope. But looks like this thing's going to need just a slight spit shine to kind of get it back to its former 90s glory, if you will. It's got a nice little mint coat of trolling motor on here. And, you know, it's like a 20-footer or 200-footer. This, that's fine. It'll be okay. Carpet, though, incredible shape. Let's go look at this in here. It does have a new battery, which is great. As you can see, it's been sitting outside for a little bit. Might need to get the shop vac. But, hey, overall, for what I paid for it, I'll take it. Let's throw some tires on this puppy. Let's get it back home. Let's get it power washed. Let's get it cleaned up. All right, hooked up and ready to go. Almost. Got new wheels put on. Greased. Thank God my buddy was here. So I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Got the motor up and we're ready to rock and roll. We'll take one quick look on this side too. Just make sure we're all buttoned up and good to go. All right, wheels are on. Those look good, greased up. You know, I think the wind might do a lot of cleaning for me on the way home. But wood looks good, carpet, that all looks fine. Everything's strapped in. Okay, time to party. All right, so we got the boat back here, and I think it's time to just give her a little bath. Let's see if we can bring it back to its former glory. You know, that's gonna take a little bit of work. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So let's go ahead and put it on fast forward. Let's clean this puppy up. Let's see what it looks like after. Where's my power washer? All right, putting the finishing touches on it now. I gotta tell you what, for an hour's worth of work, it's a pretty drastic difference. Let's take a look. So let's go ahead and start with the seats real quick. And man, did these clean up. They just had years of filth, dirt, grime, mildew, you name it, it was on it. But man, they cleaned up really nice. Looks fantastic. And the carpet looks a lot better. Just a simple drill bit with a brush on it and a little bit of soap. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. You know, I have to actually put this back in storage because I need to work on getting the hydraulics to work on that. So, you know, I'm not going to go too far into the weeds cleaning this, but I think for, you know, an hour, it made a huge difference. I mean, look at this. This plastic was just destroyed. I'm not going to say good as new, but certainly better. You know, these seats aren't perfect, but they look a heck of a lot better. Motor's cleaned up. Had a ton of just moss and what have you, just algae and all that off. One more thing that cleaned up really nice was this trolling motor. Man, did that have some dirt, grime, you name it. It had seen better days. Looks a lot better now than it did before. But wow, yeah. Overall, not too shabby. I'll take it. All right, so let's jump into our little Bass Pro Shops time machine here and see what this would have looked like brand new for 1995. As a matter of fact, I actually made a video of this, a walkthrough of this a couple of years ago. Here's the video right here. I'll put the link and information down below so you can check that out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. And we see front and center here in the boat section, we've got the new Pro 18 with more professional features and 3 cross seating. Now what this is basically just more room for activities. The Pro 18 is an upgrade from the TX 17 from years past. And so you can see right here, it says new for 95. And this came equipped with a 40 horse. Mine has a 60, but if you see down here at the bottom, you can get a few different options. You got a 40, 60, 75, and 90 horsepower option. But, you know, goes into all the features of, you know, how long it is and, you know, what all it came with. I mean, for this particular model, if you're just going to get a standard model, what it came with the 40 horsepower, it would have came a 12 volt, 37 pound thrust, foot controlled trolling motor with a 42-inch shaft. Mine's got an upgraded Minn Kota. Obviously it would, you know, it's been 30 years, but you know, for that time period, that was probably fantastic. That's all you needed. You know, but this one was just wider. It had a large fuel tank. You know, you got a 20-gallon fuel tank here. You've got deluxe console with fuel gauges, speedometer, tachometer, voltmeter, windshield, everything you need all right there. And if we dive over here, I love how they kind of put the diagram of the boat so you can see where everything is. So you see you've got lockable rod storage, you've got a front live well, which, you know, you can kind of see that right there. And you know, I'll probably use that as a cooler. 2 great seating options. If you can see this, just the floorboard here, this is what makes all the difference in these boats compared to the older trackers. It's just all the extra room that you have to stand and fish out of, and even the back area as well too. Just a ton of room. And you know, when we go fishing, it's usually with 3 people, so to have this extra room really is, it's key. So you can see right there everything this would have came with and new for 95. So there it is, folks. I mean, just a really nice upgraded boat for the 95 model year. There you have it. They actually had another one too. That's a Panfish Pro, but there was one that was a, I believe it was a jet powered one. That's the TX 17. That would have been kind of the one that they would have had in years past. You can kind of see a little bit of a difference, just a smaller, you can see it's not as wide from there. So you see a little bit of a comparison to the 18. Oh, here's the Pro Jet one. Pro Jet 18. Same type of scenario. Where you're probably losing is right here. I mean, I guess you could just be standing up there, but it's not, you know, the outboard, you have all this extra room, you know, with the Pro Jet. But hey, if you're gonna be on the White River or just anywhere, or just any kind of river fishing that you need to have a jet motor and not, you know, something that there's a prop in the water, I mean, this is it right here. So there you have it. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We got it all covered up for the next couple of weeks, but stay tuned. You're going to see a lot more of this boat. We got to come up with a name. I don't know. The Nautical Natty, you know, the Bass and Brew. I don't know. It'll come. We'll figure out something that'll be appropriate for a boat of this nature. And then we're going to clean it up. We're going to maybe put some new decals on it and, redo the trailer. So there's a lot of things that we need to do with this, but more importantly, I got this so we could do a lot more on the water videos with vintage lures. So stick around for all that. So that's going to do it. Until next time, folks, hopefully we'll see you on the water. If it floats. Thanks for watching Angling Archaeology, where we unearth the good old days. Don't forget to like and subscribe.